Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our June release party. My name is Gina from Gina K Designs, and I'm so glad to have all of you joining us here for our premiere release party. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to show you what is coming tonight. I still have some surprises that you haven't seen sneak peeks of yet, and tonight is going to be so much fun. Now, I do want you to know that this video is actually pre-recorded. However, Tom and I are live in the comments right now chatting with you. The reason we couldn't do this one live is because today is our daughter Alicia's birthday. Yay! Happy birthday, Alicia. We're so excited. And Tom and I decided that we were going to spend the day with Alicia and Rena and just celebrate. And we couldn't get to the studio. So we thought we'll pre-record it, but we can be on our phones and we can chat with all of you tonight. So are you guys excited? Let's get into it right away. But before we do, let's say hi to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
It's going better than horrible.
That's all that matters.
Welcome to the dead space.
It's all kind of dead space today without the comments, without being able to see the comments during the recording.
Well, yeah, although that makes for some fun kind of situations if we do a premiere, and we're coming at it from all different directions.
Yeah, we never know what's going to happen. And I think what's so fun, I know that it's so much fun to be actually live with all of you guys, but it's so much fun for us to be in the comments and chatting with you, because a lot of times we miss what you're saying because we're busy, we're doing things. And this way we can really focus on what you're saying in the comments too. So we're excited about this premiere, right?
Yeah, and I get to make fun of the guy in the dead space.
There you go. All right. Well, I'll be looking forward to that one. All right, everybody. Well, let's get started right away with showing you our brand new incentive set. Now, every month when we have a new release, we have a brand new incentive set that's yours free with any $75 or more purchase. And this one is super fun. So I'm going to probably have to zoom in, but let's take a look at it here. This is called Flowers and Wings. Now, I'm definitely going to zoom in a little bit because I want you to see this one. So this is super cute. What you have here is you have some buildable flowers. There's two different sizes with two different centers for the flowers. And then you can also use this dot for the flowers as well if you want to. It's got a leaf here that you can use to work with the flowers. It's got a dragonfly, and it's a buildable dragonfly, which means you can make this guy in multicolors. You can do inking techniques with this, whatever you want. And then it's got a buildable bumblebee, which is adorable, with the greeting buzzing by to say hello, and our friendship is magic. Now, I wanted to show you that just like our last incentive, so many of you love the idea that there were dies to go with it that you could purchase separately. So we did that again, and right here is the die set. Now, as you can see, the dragonfly and the bumblebee are already built in the die set. So you would cut this out first, and then you would stamp the parts inside the die. So that makes it very easy to build the bee and the dragonfly. And then the flower is pretty easy because all the buildable stuff is on the inside. So you could either cut it out and stamp it first, or you could stamp it and cut it out after. You do have two choices of leaves here, and here are the dies that go with those. And this is just a really fun little set. It's perfect for spring and summer, but it also works all the way through the fall with the dragonfly and the bee. So this is one you'll get lots of use out of, and this is yours free with any $75 or more purchase. So take a look at that and see if that's something that interests you. I'm super excited about it, and I think I will definitely be making a card with this one. Now, some of our illustrators can't be here tonight, which that happens quite a bit. One of our illustrators, Hannah, has a little baby, and Beth has she's got a whole team, like a whole swim team of kids. So they're often very busy and can't make it to the release party. Also, Arjita isn't always able to make it because of the time difference and the amount of time that it takes to get her products in order for her to make cards. So Those three ladies are not here tonight, but I'm going to show you their stamp sets because they're absolutely beautiful. Now, the first one I want to show you is the brand new stamp set by Hannah Drapinski. And this is called I Just Wanted to Say Thank You. Let me zoom out on this one a little bit. This is a huge, huge set. It's got this gigantic image that's great for A2 cards because a little bit will be cut off, but that's okay because when we do florals, we like to kind of make things look like they're coming in off the edges. But it's also phenomenal for 5x7 cards. And it's got the thank you so much with all of this beautiful floral work that you can color with colored pencils, Gamsol. You can use Copic markers or watercolor. And then she has designed all different ways to say thank you. And one of the things that I like is she also added a couple of we greetings instead of just I greetings. So if you want to say thank you from you and your spouse, or, you and a coworker, something like that, you're able to do that by using one of these greetings. And so I'm not going to read them all to you, but if you go to the website and you look at I Just Wanted to Say Thank You, you'll be able to hover over this stamp set and read all of the greetings up close. Just an amazing set. And I love, love, love how all of these greetings can be mixed and matched with other stamp sets that you have in your collection as well. This one is going to be perfect for any time of the year, and certainly a great one as you go into the fall season to make cards for Thanksgiving and things like that. So this is I Just Wanted to Say Thank You, the new set by Hannah Drapinski. Now, this one doesn't have a die because it is only this one image, and this image is so huge that there would be no reason for you to cut it out with a die. You're more likely going to actually trim it down a little bit and have those florals going off the edge. So we decided not to do a die with this one. And once you get started working with it, you'll see exactly why. All right, so that is Hannah's set. Now, I want to show you a brand new set by Arjita Singh. Let me find it here in my box of goodies. All right, here it is. So this one you're going to love. And this is another one of those sets. I love what our illustrators have done this month. They've created sets that work not just for spring and summer, but they kind of go all the way through the fall, which is amazing. So this one is a big, bold dahlia flower, but it's a tight dahlia. Some of the dahlias, like my stencil, are very loose and kind of, I don't know, they have big, sharp petals that go around, but Arjita really nailed it with the realistic dahlia look on this stamp. So I want to show this to you. This is gorgeous. So this is called Decorative Dahlia, and it's got this huge dahlia flower with greenery and eucalyptus, which I love, and then a second dahlia flower that you could cut out and, pop on here to fill it out a little bit. This is the perfect size for cutting out and doing a fancy fold, like some of the gate folds and the other types of folds that we've done in the past. So we did do a full die set for this one. And like all of the die sets that coordinate with Gina K design stamps, I'll just show this to you. You get the dies, but you also get this magnetic board. And this is a thick, sturdy magnet. So when you buy dies from Gina K Designs, this board comes with them if they have a coordinating stamp set. And all of our dies are already detabbed, which means you don't have to cut them out. There's no pokey things, nothing like that. And it might not be so bad on a die set like this, but when you see the die set in the kit, oh my word, you're going to be so glad that they're all pre-cut for you. Okay, so this is the beautiful Decorative Dahlia die set and this gorgeous Decorative Dahlia flower with greetings that say, today is special just like you. You make the world a better place, birthday blessings, and grateful for your kindness. This kind of flower is so, it also looks a little bit like a marigold. It could be a lot of different things depending on how you want to color it and what the season is. But a great summer flower and also a perfect flower going into fall. So Decorative Dahlia is now available on our website at ginakdesigns.com. And Arjita, if you're watching tonight, this one, I love the line weight and everything on it. It's perfect for no line coloring and all of that stuff. So thank you so much for once again making a beautiful stamp set for Gina K Designs. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more. Beth Saleka has knocked it out of the park this month. I am so jazzed about her new stamp set. It is the cutest thing ever. And it's something that we just don't have in our collection. I'm just digging it out over here. So wait till you see how cute this is. This is the perfect summer set. Look at this set. This is called Fun Fruit. And it's got watermelon, and it's huge. Watermelon, and then kind of a slice of watermelon over here. This could also be other kinds of melon, depending on how you color it. Big strawberries and cherries. And then all these greetings have a berry, special birthday, thank you very much. Life would be the pits without you, with the cherries. That's adorable. You're the very best. Missed you very much. Miss you very much. You're one in a melon. You are cherry sweet. And I think I said love you very much already. I love this set. And of course, I get to design some of the die sets for our illustrators. So I decided to design this one with all of the greeting dies because I love these greetings so much. And I think that having the ability to pop them up outside of like a cluster of fruit would be so cute. So we have a full die set with all of the different fruit flavors and then all of the adorable words that go with it. So I love this one. Beth, I love it. This is called Fun Fruit by Beth Saleka, and it's now available at ginakdesigns.com. Well, now it is time. It's time for our illustrators. And our very first illustrator is waiting in the wings. And I love, love, love her new set so much. I think you guys are going to love it too. Let's just take a quick peek at it. This is the new set by Lisa Hetrick called Showers of Blessings. And can I just say, turning one of her gorgeous flowers into an umbrella for spring and summer, is that not the most adorable thing ever? So I am not going to say too much about this other than it does have a complete die set that will cut out these images for you. And I know that you're going to love this stamp set. So without further ado, let's welcome the lovely and talented Miss Lisa Hetrick.
Hi, friends. It's Lisa Hetrick. Hi, Gina. Hi, Tom. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting me into your homes this evening for our Gina K release party. I'm super excited. I have a brand new stamp set to share. And yeah, let's dive in. I've got an inspiration story behind my stamp set that I want to share with you tonight as well, and lots of inspiration to share. So let's dive in. Let's take a look at the stamp set and the inspiration. Okay. All right. Here is the stamp set. It's called Showers of Blessings. I am really, really super excited about this one. Here's my inspiration story. So this stamp set is a builder. It's a builder stamp set. You can build some really interesting elements out of this stamp set, but it was inspired by a baby shower umbrella that my grandmother had created, and we used it in our family for every single person who had a baby shower that she hosted. So it had flowers all over it, and it was this absolutely adorable umbrella. And there was a legacy involved in it. So it's just super excited. So the inspiration came to me, and I really wanted to translate that over into a really fun floral stamp set that we could use. And this is what was born. Okay, the stamp set has a coordinating die set that's available that has many of the elements available to you in the dies. But let's go ahead and take a walk through of the images in the stamp set. So we have this big honkin' floral image that has a two-step stamping option and also has the detail for the petals. So when you put all three together, you can get that really detailed kind of flower. And I'm going to show that to you in some of the card inspiration. We've got some really fun rain elements, some open line teardrops, some different shapes and sizes to create some variety with the rain in your projects. Two really fun sentiments: in every garden, a little rain must fall, and showers of blessings to you. So I thought this sentiment was really kind of unique in that you could use it for a shower or, a wedding shower, a baby shower, or something like that. Or it just really plays off of the rain and it just kind of has a really nice floral spring kind of feel to it. We've also got some leafery in this stamp set that do have a coordinating dies for them, and this super cute little butterfly accent that's super fun. And now we've got this really fun element here that is the umbrella hook that you can use with the florals to finish off and create that umbrella look and feel. All right, let's dive into the inspiration. I'm going to show you how how it all just kind of comes together. So here is a really fun card using all of the leafery elements and the butterfly elements to create this super wonky kind of wreath with topped off with showers of blessings to you. Just an easygoing wreath element. You can use your Misty to do it, or you can just kind of free range it. It's just super fun. I love it. Here's this next card: in every garden, a little rain must fall. This is just a super easygoing watercolor card using the bloom and using the details in the bloom, pairing it up with the rain just to kind of create a really fun summer shower kind of look and feel. Okay, here we go. Diving in to using the rain elements, creating that flower. We also have the point to the flower to create with that goes really well with the umbrella handle to create that overall look of the umbrella. So when you flip it over, you've got that look and feel of the umbrella that's a flower made out of a flower. And it's just super, super fun. Okay, a couple more samples using the rain paired up with the leafery and the two-step stamping. And you can also just kind of fussy cut out that bottom part of the stamp to create these different kind of looks. This kind of looks a little bit like a strawberry blossom kind of um, umbrella. Just kind of fun, unique. And again, you could turn it upside down and create that umbrella going in the opposite direction. Just fun, fun, fun. Okay, this card is just a little bit wild. I just used that leafery to create that background and then also just stamped did the two-step stamping here and then used the outline of the flower and just tucked it up underneath to get that two-layered look with the umbrella flower. And this might be my favorite card, or the next one might be my favorite card. I'm just kind of digging all of them and just the variety of things that you can create with the stamp set. And of course, this stamp set pairs up with my other stamp sets in my line proportionally, so it's going to be really fun to pair this up. But I digress. Okay, so here's that bloom, and I used the cane just as a little stem, paired it up with Speak Beautiful Things, the sentiment, added a little bit of rain in the back just to kind of create a really fun summer, spring kind of blooming card. Love it. Okay. I think this one might be my favorite card. This one might be my favorite. So created that little flower bloom with the handle using some of the open line rain in the background, added showers of blessings to you just to kind of create this super, super simple card. This would make a really cute shower card. Easy peasy. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now, I do have a brand new card idea sheet with 8 card ideas that just show you kind of some of the different ways that you can use the blooms to create umbrella look and feel, or to create just wreath element look and feel. It's just a super, super fun set. Let's take another quick look at the stamp set. So here is the stamp set. Look at my little piece of leafery that's just popped off. Lots of really fun elements. And this floral is a big honkin' floral. Look at that rain. You can use those rain elements with anything in your stash. And leafery is always a good idea. But the really fun little builders to create that kind of umbrella look are right here. Just super fun. Okay, and again, a coordinating die that's available to go with the set. I hope you really enjoyed the stamp set reveal and the inspiration. I'm super excited to share this stamp set with you because it's just so fun. And the inspiration for creating it was really memorable for me. So I hope you enjoyed that story as well. Thank you so much, Gina and Tom, for bringing me in to tonight's live to share my brand new stamp set. I will be going live this Friday with a brand new tutorial. I'm going to mash this stamp set, this brand new stamp set up with something else. And you bet there will be some fun watercolor techniques that I'm going to be sharing with you as well. Thanks so much, friends. I hope you have a really great evening. This release party is chock full of inspiration, and I know you're going to enjoy it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye, friends.
Lisa, you are so much joy. You are just so joyful. I absolutely love your new stamp set. Your cards were amazing, and I just love your idea sheets too, and how much education you provide for everybody on your YouTube channel. So everybody, check out the new Showers of Blessings by Lisa Hetrick, and check out all of the beautiful cards that she will be sharing on her Instagram, on her YouTube channel, and in our group over at Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends on Facebook. Wow. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you making time for all of us tonight. Well, we have another illustrator that's waiting in the wings as well, and she has created a part 2 from her last big hit stamp set. Last month, Debbie Warner introduced her Cordial Cats stamp set. And everybody loved that set so much because even whether you have a cat or you know someone with a cat, there's always a reason to add a cute cat, a cute little cat to your cards. But one of the comments that we saw a lot were, well, what about dogs? What about us dog people? Well, Deborah Warner took it to heart, and she scrambled to get a new set together just in time for our June release. And I absolutely love it so much. So let me show it to you. This is the new Precious Pups. It is the perfect companion set for the Cordial Cats. And it's got 3 different style dogs, different positions that they're in, and so many fantastic greetings to go with it. Now, you can mix and match some of these greetings with the Cordial Cats greetings because Debbie used very similar fonts to make sure everything mixed and matched. And for those of you that are dog people and you've been waiting for this also has a complete die set to go along. So you can cut out all the dogs, the heart, the ball, the bone, and you can make precious pup cards. So I'm not going to talk too much more about this one because Debbie has a lot to tell you about, and she's got a whole plethora of cards to share. So let's welcome her now. Welcome, Deborah Warner.
Hi, Gina. Hi, Tom. Hope you guys are having a fabulous vacation. And hello to everybody else, and welcome to our June 2023 release party. Last month, I released a stamp set called Cordial Cats. People said, Debbie, where are the dogs? So guess what? This month, I'm releasing Precious Pups. There are 3 dogs a whole bunch of inside and outside sentiments and greetings. And I did use the same font so that if you want, you can maybe mix and match some of these together. On this one, I have Sit, Stay, Get Better, You Lucky Dog, With Sympathy, Just Because, I Love You, Rough Day, You Did It, Welcome, For You. There's a tag behind me. Yeah, for you. I thought that was really cute. So I do have woof instead of meow because dogs don't meow, they woof. I have some other things on here like stay positive. Love is a four-legged word. Dogs leave footprints on your hearts. Congratulations on your new fur baby. Dogs make everything better. And I love you almost as much as I love my dog. So that is my stamp set. So I'm going to go to the overhead camera and show you my still shots with pictures of all the cards you see behind me and give you a little bit more detail. Here we go.
On this rainbow card, I used our Swirled Sun stencil. My rainbow is Wild Lilac, Red Velvet, Tangerine Twist, Wild Dandelion, Grass Green, and Powder Blue. The two smaller circles are from Lots of Dots, and I used some clear quartz sequins to add a little more interest. This Get Well card has an ocean mist card base. I embossed the white panel using the heart cover plate. The greeting, I used our Tranquil Teal ink, and then I did some clear embossing over that. The oval is cut from Master Layouts 9, and that was on a panel I did with ink smushing using all of our turquoise and teal colors. I also used some sparkling sea sequins on this card. On this card, I used cherry red, craft black, and white for my colors. I cut the craft panel out of our new Master Layouts 12 and then created a pattern on it using the small images from the stamp set. I used Master Layouts 4 to cut out the flags for the Stay Positive greeting. And then I added some twine from my large twine stash. On this card, I was going for the look of an elegant picture frame on a wallpapered wall. So my wall is actually made out of powder blue, cardstock, and ink with our Petite Flourish background stamp. I used our gold metallic paper to cut out the frame, and the happy birthday greeting is from Big Birthday. I added some soft white pearls to add just a little bit more elegance to this card. On this card, I used red velvet, white, and black. The With Sympathy is cut out using our large sentiment strips. The large sentiment strips do fit most of the greetings in this stamp set. Master Layouts 4 was used for the heart, and I also added some of our beautiful gold pearls. On this card, I used from the outside in, I used blue denim, Lucky Clover, Powder Blue, and Key Lime. I also used our white embossing powder for the greeting and sentiment, and the dog is stamped in the navy. On this card, my colors are ivory, charcoal brown, apple mint, and the little heart is out of innocent pink. I did use our Harvest Flourish stencil for that green panel. The green panel is cut out of our new Master Layouts 12, and Master Layouts 10 was used to cut out the rectangle. I did add one little pink sequence from our pearl mix for the doggy's nose. On this gift tag, I used Wild Lilac to stamp for you. Woof, 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 woof was stamped with soft stone. The dog and most of the black dogs you've seen in this video were stamped with black onyx ink 2 or 3 times using a Misty. While it's still wet, if you move quick enough, you can go ahead and cover that with clear embossing powder. Our fine detailed embossing powder is perfect for this. And then heat set it.
So there you have my samples. I hope you enjoyed them and found them to be inspiring. This is my favorite card this month. I really had fun making that background, that little pattern paper that I created. And I love craft red, white, and black together. So there you have it. Thank you again for joining us. Please share your work. I get super excited when I'm in Facebook and I see a card that somebody made with one of my stamp sets. I seriously just get so excited. So please continue to share your work. I love that. All right, everybody. I might see a few of you in a couple days because this is actually filmed prior to the Nashville Craft Retreat. Looking forward to meeting some of you there. Have a great evening, everybody, and thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh, that those cards were adorable. The little pearl for the nose, the pink pearl, that was just perfect. I absolutely love it. Debbie, this set, you've knocked it out of the park again, and I know this one is going to be very limited, and I know people are going to gobble it up really quickly. I just have to point out that one of my favorite greetings in this set is love is a four-legged word. Oh my gosh, that could be used for either the dog set or the cat set. That is so cute. I love this set. I love cats and I love Alicia's cat, but I've always had dogs myself. So I really am thrilled to be able to add this dog set to my collection. And I hope you are too. So you can find the new Precious Pups stamp and die collection over at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New category. And thank you again, Debbie, for making time to make all those beautiful cards and sharing your time with us tonight. All right, everybody. Well, now waiting in the wings is Melanie Menschinger, and she always blows us away with her cards, and this month is no different. I'm going to show you a stamp set that she designed for this month, and it may look a tad familiar because she has taken what you loved last month and she's turned it into two-step stamping. So let's just take a peek at this. This is Melanie's new set called Special Flowers. It's absolutely gorgeous. It works perfectly with her bold flowers from last month. And she's going to tell you all about it coming up. I'm not going to tell you anymore, but I just love the line weight of this set. I feel like it's easy to emboss and color with watercolor, colored pencils, and Gamsol or Copic markers. And let's just wait and see what Melanie is going to share with you right now. So let's welcome her. Come on, Melanie. Let's see what you got.
Hey everyone, Melanie Menschinger here, illustrator for Gina K Designs. I am so excited to be sharing my newest set from Gina K Designs with you, Special Flowers. Now, if you came to our release party last month, you will remember that I came out with bold flowers. So I have this bold set of flowers and flower elements, plus butterflies, antennas, and greetings, and it sold out in about a day and a half. So I know that she has ordered a lot of this new set because it coordinates and will work with that same set of dies. It's called Special Flowers, and it's coming out tonight from Gina K Designs. This is a line art image that's going to work for all of your coloring and line art techniques, as well as being a two-step stamp for all of these flowers and butterflies. Two-step stamping florals is one of the things that made me fall in love with stamping 20 years ago. That's how long it's been that I've been card making and stamping and just loving flower sets. So if you enjoy coloring, if you enjoy techniques, you must have this set and then these images together. You're going to be able to do so much year round. I want to just jump into the samples. These are two that I showed at our release party last month. So this is just the bold images stamped by themselves. Let me show you what you can do when you have both sets. So this first one that I want to show you, this is with a background that I uploaded, just showing how you could collage stamp one of the flowers and the leaves onto a piece of paper to make a background. So I just grabbed that because I'd never made a card with it, threw on a little die cut there, and then I just stamped one of the outlines around that flower. Look how crisp and eye-popping that is. I just love that. So it's just such a different look and so fun to do. The next one I want to show you, this is a black magic technique. It's embossing on black paper. I had to mix it up with some different colored papers this time. I love using white and I'm almost out of my white cardstock. So just expect to see that, and I need to order some more white paper. But I stamped the flowers. So one of the flowers is the one stem that's in there, and then this large leaf, I embossed those in gold. I did one of the side view butterflies with the antenna, die cut that and popped it up. And then I just used my colored pencils on this. So I don't use colored pencils a lot, but I just love the look. And I especially love the look when you do it on dark paper. It's just such a beautiful and kind of unexpected way to color and really give contrast and focus on those images. And this is with the Brass Band Gina K embossing powder. And then I use some of the Master Layouts die cuts here. And I put wishing you all the best on this special day. Let me point out the greetings to you on this. So I've got a wishing you here, and then you have so many options. You can say wishing you joy, luck, love, success, happiness, all the best, always on this special day. So there's a lot of different ways to change these up and stack them. Or like I did on this card, you can just put love and joy. So you have the little ampersand. So I made this card just to show you how you don't have to do any coloring with these. If you have the two sets together, I just stamped that big poppy in red velvet ink. And then I used some of one of the, I think it's the dark orchid cube, to do something a little different than black, and just stamp on the leaves, the stems, and then the outline for that. I intentionally stamped it just a little bit offset, and that just creates a really cool graphic look. So you don't have to worry about getting these perfectly lined up when you are stamping. So anyway, very quick, simple card to do. The next one, I kind of made a wreath here, and I die cut one of the greetings. Sorry, that's moving. You can see this is one of the bold butterflies that I did, and then I just wanted to use a bunch of my different ink cubes here. So I've got a lot of the different images here. I used some kind of non-traditional colors, and then I stamped the bold image first, and then I just used a color that was just a couple shades darker that coordinated to create the outline. So you see it's a lot more soft than stamping over it in black. The next card that I want to show you, I got my alcohol markers out. I used one of the Gina K Black Memento inks so that I could have some alcohol safe coloring. And then I just did, and I'm using different flowers on all of these samples, but I love this big flowers. It's one of my favorite in the set, along with this stem, and then just one leaf there, stamped love always. And then I just used 3 different yellow markers and 2 greens to color that in. So for all your coloring needs, this is going to be a great set to use year round. Next one I have here, this is just stamping it on some of the Tranquil Teal paper in her white pigment ink. So really no technique here, no need to color or anything. I just stamped them on here, just created a little layout with the different leaves, the stem, and then the flowers. And then I added the butterfly. And then I did a little bit of blending with that teal ink in the centers of the flowers and around the corner of that mat to make it glow. So again, a really simple card to make. This last card that I'm going to show you for right now is probably my favorite that I made, and I decided to go ahead and put it with Gina's kit from this time. So it's got a really beautiful stained glass looking butterfly. That's what I was thinking of when I drew these flowers and special flowers. I was going to call it stained glass flowers, but then we had another set that came out called Stained Glass Flowers from Gina. So anyway, I used the butterfly from this newest kit, and then the congratulations. So to show you that this style of artwork is going to work with so many different fonts and so many different images. So I just put those together in a scene, and then I did some watercoloring for you here. So it takes a little bit longer, but the results are just so pretty. I used some different ink cubes here, and this is not even watercolor paper. So I could get an even more blended look if I wanted, if I used watercolor paper, but I just took my time, let it kind of dry in between, wet the areas, and then just dropped in some of that ink. And then this is on the lavender and the plum punch paper. Not pretty, so I think this is one of my favorite ones, but I just love coloring these leaves and just how much that looks like stained glass when you watercolor it. So good things to come. I made a layout sheet, inspiration sheet last month for the bold flower set. So since all these images are the same size, you are going to be able to use those exact same layouts in the PDF that I uploaded to our file section, but I am going to make another full set of layouts just to give you some more ideas and options. I don't have that made up yet because this is being recorded a week before the party, but I will get that done and I will upload it to our file section. So anyway, that's what I've got for you today. I didn't have a whole lot of time to put all these different samples together, but I would love to hear from you which ones are your favorite and which techniques you are excited to try first. Really love these two sets together, and I know that you're going to love them too. Thank you so much for letting me tell you a little bit about the set. I look forward to making some videos for you and seeing what you are going to create with special flowers. Thanks so much for watching tonight. Have a great time at the party. Love you all. Bye-bye.
Melanie, those cards were absolutely gorgeous, and I love the way you color, and some of them are colored with all the shading and others are just very simple and easy to achieve when you need something quick. That set is amazing, and I love how you've built on the one from last month to allow people to make use of that set and just stretch that last set and build upon it and create all of those beautiful two-step cards. But I also love that it's a great standalone set for those that are just getting started and just want one really good all-around flower set. It's a great one to get started with. So the special flowers is now available at GinaKDesigns.com in the What's New category. And Melanie, thank you so much for making that video and for sharing your talent with us. Melanie makes videos. She's got a YouTube channel, and you can check her out. Just type in Melanie Menschinger on YouTube and you will find her. Or even if you type Melanie Gina K Designs, you'll find her because she has been on YouTube for many, many, many years and has fantastic videos. And watch some of her past videos too, because she's got older flower sets in her collection. Some of them have retired, but the new ones can be used to make those same kinds of layouts. So check out her channel. Also, check out Lisa Hetrick's channel. You can type in Lisa Hetrick on YouTube or Indigo Jade Art. And she's like a power content creator. She makes so many videos with her sets just every week, and she goes live. So make sure you check out her channel. And Deborah Warner always uploads her portion of the release party video onto her YouTube channel. Arjita also has a YouTube channel, so make sure you check out our illustrators and subscribe to their channels so that you can continue to be inspired by all of their beautiful inspiration. All right, well, now I've got a few things to share with you before I get into the new kit. And I know a lot of you are waiting for the new kit, but there's a few little surprises that maybe we didn't give you sneak peeks about, and I wanted to show them to you. I know Deborah Warner used a couple things from this release that you probably went, what is that? And I think Melanie may have too, but I'm not 100% sure because some of these things, they can be slipped into all different kinds of cards. But the first thing that I want to show you is a brand new tool to Gina K Designs. This is our brand new reverse tweezers. So check this out. So Gina K Designs now has reverse tweezers. And if you don't have reverse tweezers yet, I highly encourage you to pick these up. You'll notice if you watch Mindy Egan a lot, when she's piecing die cut pieces together or placing greetings and things like that, she likes to use these tweezers like this. Also, these are great for when you're embossing because it's got this nice little rubber. Let me pull this out of the package here. It tells you about them on the back, but it's got this little rubber part that you can hold on to so your hands won't get hot. And let me get a piece of cardstock under here that you'll be able to see this a little bit better because it matches the table. Didn't think about that. Here we go. Now you can see them a little bit better. So when you open your reverse tweezers, there's going to be a little protective cap here, and you can take that off. Now, the cool thing about reverse tweezers, and for those of you who are my age and use tweezers every single day of your life, for all the new hair you're getting in places you don't want it, these are the opposite. You don't have to grab onto something and squeeze. What you do is squeeze to open the tweezers and then grab onto the thing and let go, and it will hold it in place. Now, the reason why that is really, really helpful to have a reverse tweezer is because when you're working with something, squeezing something for a long period of time, especially, you know, if you've got a little arthritis or whatever, is difficult. This, you just, and it's very easy to squeeze open. It's not hard at all. But when you have a small die cut piece like this, you can hold onto it. You can put glue on the back, and then you can place it where you want it. You can make sure it looks like it's in the right position before you put your finger on it. And then to let go, all you have to do is squeeze again and it will release. The other thing that reverse tweezers are amazing for is tying bows. How many times I've done this, Tom, get in here. You got to vouch for this. Do you remember a couple of times in the middle of the night when I've been crafting and you've been asleep that I've actually woken you up to put your finger on a bow? Can you put your finger here and hold it while I tie the loops?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Yeah, but sometimes you got to do the bow and you got to do the bow. What these tweezers will do is once you tie that, you can hold the strings down and then you can clip it onto the two ties. And that's like somebody putting their finger on it. It holds it in place. This way you've got both free hands to tie the loops. So reverse tweezers are a very inexpensive little tool that will help so much in your craft room. Some people even like to use reverse tweezers with embellishments. They'll pick up a sequin and they'll want to place it somewhere, and maybe a pick and stick tool isn't exactly your favorite tool. Maybe this would work better for you. You can take the pick or you can take something else and get it into the glue spot and then let go. So check out our brand new reverse tweezers, now available in the What's New category at Gina K Designs. There we are. Okay. So I'm going to put these away for now, and I'm going to be using these quite a bit. The other thing that's really good about using reverse tweezers is when you're embossing and you don't want to touch the cardstock because you don't want to get oil or anything on your fingers or on the cardstock. It's also great for foiling, because a lot of times we have stuff on our fingers and it gets onto our toner sheets and things like that. If you work with tweezers, then you're not touching it at all. So I love these. I'm so excited to have these in my collection, and I hope you will be too. All right, so that is our new tool. Now we've got a new die set, and I'm going to show this to you. It's a brand new master layout set. This is one that Debbie gave a sneak peek of, and it is just perfect for the brand new kit. So let me give you a peek at our brand new Master Layouts 12. Look at this die set. This is beautiful. When you see how gorgeous these dies cut out, they're so intricate and gorgeous, and they have a bit of a vintage flair to them. The other thing that we did in this die set that I really like, now I got to figure out how to open it here. And remember, they're all cut out for you already, so you don't have to worry about that. This is a lot of metal, guys. This is a huge die set. This is not one of those die sets that could be created by nesting a bunch of things into each other. I mean, it is huge. These dies are heavy. So we've got a bigger die for card fronts. This one measures 4 by 5 1/4. So it will leave just that little 1/4 inch border around the outside of your card. And I know a lot of you have been asking for a bigger die for A2 card fronts. So this one is the perfect one for that, and it is stitched. And then you've got this beautiful vintage fancy circle frame, and this will fit inside here, and it looks beautiful to have it popped up on the surface of your card. Absolutely a gorgeous die. And then we did a circle that will also fit in there. So if you want to accentuate the center with a little bit of stitching to add a little more pizzazz, you can, or you can just let this go the way it is. So I really, really love this die. Then we've got a rectangle version because sometimes your images are a little bit bigger and you need a little bit more space in there. So we did a rectangle version. And remember, these dies can go on cards this way too. So if you're looking for the perfect horizontal type of vintage frame, this is beautiful for that. And again, we did a decorative stitched panel that will go in there. It fits right in there and it will create that beautiful stitched edge. Now, of course, these two dies can be used by themselves. So if you're just looking for a good stitched circle or a good stitched rectangle, you can use them all by themselves. And then it also has this gorgeous decorative plate that words will fit inside there. So I'm going to show you how the words, many of the words in our new kit will fit in here as well. It's perfect for smaller phrases too, when you just need, like the phrase is small, but you need a little bit more around it. So you might want to have, you know, a layout where you've got this big rectangle here, and then you've got this gorgeous plate right here, this fancy frame, and then you want to do a greeting plate on top of it like that. I mean, there's so many ways to mix and match these dies together with lots of our other Master Layouts die sets. So this is Master Layouts 12. It's a big one, but I definitely think it's worth it to add it to your collection. It's so different than any of our Master Layouts before. And I think a little bit of vintage is fun to have in your collection. So I'm not going to bother putting all that back in the bag. I'm just going to move it over here for now because I have more fun things to show you. So you guys know that I love stencils. Stencils are a passion of mine. And we have a brand new stencil that's perfect for summer. This will take you through 4th of July. It will take you through Labor Day. Anytime you want to make a patriotic card, a card for a veteran, a birthday card, anything with a celebration, graduation, retirement, take a look at this stencil. This is called Starstruck. And it is just a huge batch of stars, perfect for creating your own background paper. It's got big stars, medium stars, and little stars. And one thing that I really wanted to do with this, because it was very popular a few weeks ago, I wanted to make sure that you could do some foiling with this same pattern. So we have created the coordinating polyglaze stencil mates. So you can have the shiny gold outline, silver outline, red, blue, whatever you want. And then you can fill it in with color with the stencil. And we also did the black and white version, our black and white stencil mates. These are just the outline sheets. If you wanted these stars to be a little bit more bold and finished along the outside. So 3 different ways to use this stencil, with the polyglaze to add foil, or the black and whites to create that bold outline, or just stenciling using the stencil. You can use pastes and glitter gels and all kinds of things with that as well. So I am in love with the Starstruck. We have lots of hearts. We don't have as many things that work for boy cards and birthday cards and things like that. So these were a long time coming. So I'm really excited about these. So these are new in the What's New category over at GinaKDesigns.com. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about the kit. So many of you were saying, I want you to do something completely different this time. I need some new inspiration and something new. I have a lot of florals. I have a lot of clean and simple. I just want something a little bit different. So this month we did something very, very different, and it is all about summer. And the kit is called Vintage Summer, but it has a vintage component, but it also has a really cool silhouette component. So I'm going to show you that in a minute, but I do want to show you another stencil because it's going to work beautifully with the kit. This stencil is called Sea, Sun, and Sky. Look at that. Isn't that so much fun? So what you have here, let me pull the stencil out so you can see the bottom of it. Really love this stencil, guys. Okay, so you know we've got different sunshine style stencils that just do the rays, but I wanted to do something a little cooler, a little bit, I don't know, a little bit different. So we did this one. Sometimes it's easier to see it on a darker piece of cardstock. So let me bring something just a hair darker in. There we go. So we have the clouds up here at the top. So you can make those big, fluffy, what are they called, Tom? Cumulus clouds?
Okay.
That's not an answer. I think they are the big puffy clouds, and you can do those. And the thing about a stencil, remember, you don't need a whole bunch of different ends of this look. All you have to do is flip it over to get a totally different angle. And remember, if you're doing it on a skinnier piece of cardstock, you can do it here, and then you can move it over and do it here, and then you can flip it over and do it here, and then you can move it over and do it here. You're going to get lots of different cloud looks just from this one edge. Then down here, this is the sea. We wanted to do a little bit of a nice peaceful shoreline that you could do some ink blending over and just create that calm water. It could be like Lake Michigan water. It could be like Caribbean water when you go to the bays in the Caribbean and the water doesn't really have waves. It's just that kind of moving in and out. So we wanted to do something like that, and that is on this edge. And then the sun, we've got this cool new way of doing the sun. Now, I love this all by itself. It's amazing by itself, but you can also double stencil with our sunshine or the sun rays or the sunspots. You can do a double stencil look with this. So this gives you just that half sun, which is perfect for sunrise or sunset cards. And it's just a little bit different. It gives you some accents. You may have seen this on the banner when the video started, and I pulled this design to create that banner. So this is called Sea, Sun, and Sky Stencil. So make sure you pick this up because I'm going to be doing a lot with this with the new kit. And then I want to show you one more thing that's not going to make a whole lot of sense to you, but it will as soon as I show you the kit. This is a standalone product, and this is a greeting pack of polyglaze sheets that coordinates with one of the stamp sets in our new kit. These are the vintage summer greetings. This is a very eclectic set of greetings that can be used for lots of things. Birthday blessings, lifting you up in prayer, you raise me up, hello, grateful for you, thinking of you, congratulations, life's a journey, enjoy the ride. And there is at least 2 sets of these greetings on each of these 10 sheets. So it's like getting 20 sets of these. And then there's a couple little extras because I had a little bit of room on here. So I added an extra life's a journey, enjoy the ride, because I think that's great for graduations, retirements, just a card of encouragement. And then there's an extra couple hellos because I had a small spot to put that in. So these are the brand new polyglaze foiling sheets that goes along with the new kit. And without further ado, let's get into this brand new kit. So here it comes, the new vintage summer card kit. Here it is. This one is packed. This die set is so big, and with this one, everything looks a little smaller on this index sheet because I had to squeeze in a free gift. We decided because it's midsummer, or it's going to be midsummer soon enough, that we wanted to give you a special gift like we did midwinter. In the winter, we gave you that little die set of houses. And in this kit, you're going to get this little at the beach die set as a free gift for purchasing this kit. So this is the kit, but this comes free with it. All right, let's get into it and I'll show you everything that's in here. So the first stamp set, I love this so much. This is called Ocean Silhouettes. Now, you guys know I'm a big silhouette girl. I love my natural silhouettes, my summer silhouettes, my winter holiday silhouettes, but we had nothing for the beach lover. And so I wanted to do something that, this is actually, I designed this for Tom. Tom, I designed this for you because Tom's favorite thing in the world is the ocean and palm trees. Anywhere there's palm trees in the ocean, Tom is all about that. And so I thought Tonight I was going to make you a Father's Day card with this because I love it so much.
Yes, I was going to say, where is the little silhouette of me on there from the back?
I can try to draw you in.
Yeah, that would work.
Would that work?
That's my place. Yep.
So it's got some really interesting images in here. It's got these tall palm trees, which I love that look. And if you've ever gone anywhere like Florida, Miami, and you've seen like the tree-lined streets with these tall palm trees, it's such a beautiful look. And it's not one that I've seen in a stamp before. So we did tall palm trees. We also did a beachy kind of flared out palm. And then we also did a little lifeguard house. And I love this little lifeguard house. It's got the little paddle board right here. What is that? Like a little surfboard and a little flag. And then a little sailboat that you could stamp out on the water. This was Tom's idea. He wanted a little fence, like a little ocean fence. You've seen these maybe in New Jersey, places like that, or even along the beaches in Florida and California where they kind of have sea grass growing out of it. So he said, do a little fence for way in the distance and some seagrass. So we did that right there. And then you've got a choice of 3 different birds. You can do one, you can do clusters of them. And then it's got some really fun greetings. Wishing you a relaxing birthday. Congratulations to you. I love this one. Wishing you high tides and good vibes. Hope to see, spelled cute like the ocean. Hope to see you soon. Enjoy the good life. And then we've got some fancier greetings down here. Hey there, sunshine, which I think is going to look adorable with this. Hey there, sunshine. Let's celebrate, which is great for just about anything. And today is all about you. So you can use these for the outside of your card, or you can use these two for the inside of your card. So you can start by saying, congratulations to you, or wishing you a relaxing birthday. And then inside you can stamp, let's celebrate. Congratulations to you. Today is all about you. So there's lots of different ways. I mean, I even like wishing you a relaxing birthday. Today is all about you. Great greetings to mix and match with other greetings from our current release and past releases. And I love this one. I know I'm talking a lot about it, but I am so passionate about it. Okay, then we have a second stamp set in here. And this is the one that I absolutely I'm so excited about this. It's so different, but I think you guys are going to absolutely love it. It is called Vintage Summer. And check this out. So this is a very different style. We've done vintage in the past, but most of those sets have been retired and people love vintage cards. You can make note cards out of this. You can make stationery out of this if you want to make your own stationery. There's all kinds of things that you can do. It's got this beautiful vintage bike with 2 baskets of greenery and flowers and things in there, mostly greenery. It's got this beautiful vintage butterfly. You can see how pretty that is. So pretty. And then it's got this hot air balloon, but it's not just a hot air balloon. It's a hot air balloon with all of these beautiful branches and twigs going up. Love that. And then this bird, and then an extra little sprig of flowers down here that matches the flowers up here. So depending on how you want to do this bird, if, for example, you want the bird to come out of a frame, you want like a frame here that just blocks off that part of the bird, then you can have this like tucked underneath. But if you want to finish it off, you can add this to this side and have flowers on both sides. And then it's got all of these greetings. It's got birthday blessings, grateful for you, all of the same ones that were in this polyglaze set. So you can either do them in foil to have a little sparkle in your vintage cards, or you can do them in ink by stamping them with ink from the stamp set. Now the die set that coordinates with this stamp set is absolutely immense. Look at all of the dies that are in this. It is so huge. We have a die for every greeting in this set. and then all of the greenery and everything. So you could pop up certain elements. You can tuck elements behind. If you wanted to do the bird and have some of these pieces coming out from behind, you're going to be able to cut all of this out and do popped up vintage elements. So I am very excited because these are two very different looks. And if you're like me, if everything looks the same all the time, you start to lose your inspiration. But if you're in the mood for some silhouette stamping and you do this for a while and you're like, I'm just kind of tired of that. I want to do some just stamping in deep colors, maybe some navy or charcoal brown, maybe just a little Copic marker or a little bit of ink blending over these things. This set is just going to spark some creativity. So now you have these two sets with this die set. Now there isn't a die set for this, but that's because this was designed to be stamped on ink blending. It's not really designed to be cut out. And I'll be making lots of ink blended cards with this, and you'll be able to see how to use this. So this one has this jumbo die set. Sammy really kind of had to puzzle piece this all together to make sure all these dies would fit on the magnet, but they do, and you can see how many there are. Now, we also have something completely different in this kit, and it is a gorgeous layering stencil set. And I know this is hard to see, but this is called the Summer Bouquet Layering Stencils. And I'm going to pull this out and put it on some darker cardstock. So hopefully you're going to be able to see it a little bit better. I love this flower in here. Let me find something really dark cardstock. Here's like a dark brown. Okay, so this flower is so different. Most of our flowers are very rounded and things like that, but this flower is more of a side view flower, and it's just beautiful. So you will ink blend over that part, and then this part creates all of the greenery. So you've got, the parts that come up into these flowers. It's just so beautiful. And they line up really, really nicely. They line up perfectly. So if you want to use your Misty and just pop them into the corner of the Misty to layer them, they will layer perfectly. And then I wanted to do some more colors because I just didn't want flowers and greenery. So I added buds that you can do in a completely different color. Like if you wanted to do these flowers in a purple or a blue or an orange, and then add some red rose buds in there on top of that. And then it's got these little berries here too. Just that little added addition that you can either do in the same color as these, or you can just put a little piece of Post-it note there and do these in a different color. So I think you guys are going to have so much fun with this layering stencil. Lots of ways to use it, and I'm going to be using this a lot over the next month. So there's that. Now let me show you this cute little die set. This is your free gift, and it's going to work perfectly with the ocean set here, the ocean silhouettes. You can kind of have a beautiful background, and then you can pop up your little Adirondack chair, and you can paper piece your umbrella together. You can also mix and match this little free die set with this stencil and create your sun and your water coming in and your cloud background, and then pop up your Adirondack chair and your umbrella and create a little beach scene. Cut two of them and make two little chairs, one on each side of the umbrella. So a lot of different ways to use this. And this is just a fun, basic die set to have in your collection for quick summer cards. So this is yours free with the purchase of the kit. We're popping them right into the kit. So I decided to put it on the index sheet because I know a lot of you will go into our Facebook group and say, what kit was this from? And when we do the free gifts, we don't always add the picture of the free gift on the index sheet. I decided to do it this time this way. When you're looking back and you're trying to remember when you got this die set, you'll remember that it was the free gift that came with the vintage summer card kit. So that is the kit, and I'm so excited to be back doing a kit. I know a lot of you were excited for a kit this time, and yeah, so here we go. Why don't we make something tonight? All right, so let me put this stuff away back in the kit, and let me let's make an ocean card for Tom. So I want to use this card for Father's Day. Tom, you're going to see your card early, but I know you don't care, right?
No problem.
Okay. Very good. And again, we've been on for well over an hour, so I don't want this card to take a lot of time. I want to make it a quick card for you guys. And so I think this will be a good first little quick card for you to see something that you can do right when you pop this set out of the box. All right, so I'm going to start with a piece of cardstock. This card is going to be a clean and simple card. But a lot of these cards this month are not going to be so clean and simple. They're going to be a little more vintage, and I am here for it. So I'm going to cut this down to about, let's do 4 by 5 1/4. And that's actually the same size as the plain rectangle that's in the new Master Layouts 12. Interesting. So I am not going to keep it this size, though. I definitely want to trim it down a little bit more. But I'm looking at this, and I want to have this kind of in the middle of the card, but I am going to have the design overlap outside of my ink blending. And to do that, I think I'm going to use some Masking Magic paper. You could use strips too. In fact, let me see if I have some strips close by, because that would even be easier if I use the strips. Let me see. I do. I have some strips here. Let me see if I have the size I want, though. I do. Okay. So I am going to, this is one way that you can kind of measure where you want to put your strips. So I'm going to put a little tiny bit of tape on the back here, and I'm going to just tape this down onto my cardstock. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to lay this stamp set over my card here where I want it to be. And I want it to be kind of in the center of the card. It's a big stamp. I love it so much. So what I want to do is I'm going to take a little tiny piece of Masking Magic, and I'm using the 1/2 inch strips. I'm just going to tear one here, because like I said, I want my palm tree to extend outside of my ink blending. So I'm going to just put my Masking Magic strip right there. And that kind of marks where I want the ink blending to stop. I want it to stop right at the top here. Okay. And then I want to do another little piece down here. I want my ink blending to stop like kind of right down here, like that. Okay, so that tells me where to put my Masking Magic. And now I'm going to put a Masking Magic strip right here. I can actually, you can see it's sticking out a little bit on the edge. That's okay. I can get a 1/4 inch Masking Magic strip, and I can just cover that up. And now up here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take one more strip. And this is just so you don't have to cut strips. You can just be ready to go. And you can see I have an even amount sticking out on the top there. I got to get my head in the way. Sorry. There we go. And then I can do another 1/4 inch strip at the top to cover that up. By using Masking Magic to create this masked area, it does hold it onto your scrap paper too. So if you don't have a mat to use, like a stencil mat or something, this will just keep everything in place. And even if you are using something like a glass mat, the Masking Magic will stick to the glass mat too. So that will be helpful. You don't have to pick those up if you don't want to. It's not going to get in the way. So Tom, we got to do a beautiful sunset card for you. So I'm going to get my blending brushes, and I'm going to do my favorite sunset color scheme. And I think that's where we get a lot of sun and orange down here at the bottom. And then we work our way up to peach and pink, and then purple, and then blue, and then dark blue. So that's what I'm going to do. It's one of my favorite colors to work with, my favorite color schemes for sunsets. So I think I'll start with some sweet mango. And I'm going to start down at the bottom. All right, so I have an orange blending brush here, and I'm going to get my sweet mango all over my blending brush. And I'm going to bring that sweet mango just up a little bit onto the cardstock. It's also going to give me a really crisp edge. And the sunset's going to be nice and vivid. Okay. And remember, if you're new to Gina K Designs and you haven't tried ink blending with our inks, they do have a smoothing agent in them, and it really does help the ink smooth out quite a bit. So if you feel like it's a little blotchy, it will smooth out. Now I'm going to add some pink, and I think I'm going to go really vibrant tropical pink. So that means I'm going to use some passionate pink. I'm going to blend this into that sweet mango. Now I'm going to go with a little bit of a lighter hand here with this pink. And I'm going to blend it down into that orange. Okay. I'm going to go back in with the orange and blend it up into the pink again too. And that's a great way to get your colors to blend. Just go back and forth between the two colors. So this way you don't have any line of demarcation. So I'm going to take that orange brush again, and I'm going to go right over that line between them. And that makes a more peachy color, more like a dusty rose. You get a little more pinky peach in there. That is coming along. Okay. Now I'm going to go up a little bit higher with a light hand because I'm going to start getting some purple in there. And the purple really makes a difference in making it feel more like a sunset rather than a sunrise. I don't really notice purple in the sunrise the way I notice it in the sunset. I know people are asking, is Tom going to play guitar? Are you going to play some music, Tom?
Well, of course.
All right. We need a little music to... Can you play something tropical? Can you play that drum? It's behind you. I'm just kidding. Yeah, imagine you're sitting on the beach right now with a pina colada in your hand or a margarita. And you're watching the sunset. So you can see now that purple getting in there. No, I love that purple. This is a very tropical sky. I know a lot of my friends have been, I've been like on Facebook, like watching where people are, and a lot of people are traveling to tropical places right now. I guess school's out, right? So a lot of people just jumped right on it and said, let's go, kids. We're going somewhere. Okay. So I added a little more pink over that purple to kind of blend that and fade that a little bit more. And now I'm going to start with my blues. So I'm going to go to blue denim next. We get blue denim. Find it. Blue denim. We have to make the sky really dark near the top. And that's going to, I'm going to add a little bit of in the navy. I just have a feeling Tom and I are having a lot of fun with you guys right now in the comments. I know we are. And thank you for being here tonight with us. Even though we had to do this as a premiere, we love to go live, but every once in a while we have something coming up, and we are so grateful that we have the opportunity to still be able to be with you by doing a premiere, so we can still chat with you and answer questions and all of that. So you can see I'm starting to get a little heavier handed, but I've got my blue in there, and I'm going to add more purple over that line, and then right along the top I'm going to add some in the navy. In the navy in there. And this is what starts to make it feel like a sunset, because in the sky, when it starts to get dark at the top of the sky, that's where you get that sunset look. I'm bringing it down around the corners a little bit, but I am going to cut this down, so okay, so I think we've got a really good blend there. Anybody feeling the the sunset? All right, let's peel this masking magic off, because I'm going to stamp outside of all of this.
That would be a tropical contact high.
This is?
I always wondered what that was.
A tropical contact high?
Yes.
And what is that?
From the song Kokomo?
Yeah.
Well, whatever you're doing there seems like...
This is it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is it right here, the tropical contact high. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit off of this. I want to look at my design again and see how this is going to look over it. See, can you get that feel? Doesn't it now feel like, ooh, I love that. Oh, I love that. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit off of here. We don't need it to be too much, but right now it is 4. So let's take it down to, it's got a little tape on the back of it here. So there's 2 things you can do. One thing is you can, let me see if I can find it here in my mess. You can use a mono sand eraser, and you can just erase the glue off of the back. See how it's just kind of pilling up. And now it's got no more glue in the back, so it's not going to stick to the paper cutter. Now that's one of the benefits of the Gina K Designs tape runner, is it does that. It allows you to do that. If you've got a different kind of adhesive on the back, you might want to do something like take your embossing magic pad and just pat it over the sticky stuff until the sticky goes away. And then you won't get it all stuck to your paper cutter. Like I got a little bit stuck here. Gina K Design stamp cleaner will remove that, and so will your fingernail. Okay. Gross. All right, let's take this down to 4 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off each. I'm going to take a little bit. Maybe we'll go to 5 inches. I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch off of each side first. And we'll take it to 5 inches. I want to make sure my design fits before I commit completely to taking more than just 1/4 inch off. So I'm going to take 1/4 inch off of here and take it down to 3 3/4. So now this is 3 3/4 by 5. I think this is going to be a good size. But let's see how this fits on there. Ooh, it's still going to be a little bit small. So that's good, because I really wanted it to be smaller anyway. So I'm going to take it down to 4 3/4. Let me do it this side. 4 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/2. So I'm going to do another 1/8 off of each side here. Maybe I should do it more from the bottom. I have to look at that. because I don't want to take too much off the top. I think I'll take a little more off the bottom. So we'll go to 3.5. Ooh, that's a lot. Let me do this first. Yeah, I could take a little more off of here. So I'm going to go to 3.5. Okay. So there we go. 3.5 by 4 3/4, and my stamp is going to fit on there beautifully now. Oh, I love that. I just love that whole look. So let me get my Misty. Whenever you stamp silhouette stamps, I highly suggest using a stamping platform, and I use the Misty. I really like it a lot. Works very well for my needs. I am going to put a little more tape on the back of this again. What did I do with my other tape runner that was out? Everything is everywhere. I've posted some pictures of what my desk looks like after I'm done crafting, and wow, it's bad. So I'm going to just put this out a little bit. I'm not putting it right up against the edge, but you do want to make sure that it's tacked down and it's not going to move. So, and the reason is because this stamp is going to extend a little bit off the card. I don't want it to bump into the side here. So I think we're going to be okay. I'm praying, because that ink blending is just getting prettier and prettier as it's drying up. It's starting to look flawless. Okie dokie. So I'm going to use this big jumbo image, this one here, and I am going to place it so that it looks perfect, but it extends just a little bit outside there. And I could bring it down a little bit more if I want, because this is all going to be black. So it's not going to matter. It doesn't have to go right up on the line. Okay. So I think that looks pretty good. Oh, this is going to be pretty. All right, now I'm going to pick that up. Make sure that stays in place. And then I'm going to use a black ink pad. So I'm using the Gina K Designs Black Onyx for this. This is a fast drying ink, and it works perfectly matching with our dye inks because it is a dye ink. So they're going to work really well together. And I'm going to do a couple of coats of this to get it really, really dark. And remember, it's a brand new stamp, so you need to work with it a little bit by, you know, inking it a few times. You can also rub your finger over it a few times to really kind of get the manufacturing residue off of it. All right, there's my... Oh, Tom, look where we are. Look at that. Oh, that's so pretty. And I don't know why I like that the image goes off just a little bit at the top. I really like that look. Ooh, that's beautiful. One more little inking just in this area here, because that is a very big, wide open space. Okay. Oh, looking good. Looking good. What do you think, Tom?
That looks right where I want to be, right there.
I know, right? Okay, so let's get rid of this ink on this stamp. I love the whole scenery idea because, you know, I have palm trees and I love those for different things. I love them, but I just love the whole like one big scene all at one time. Okay. So I'm going to make this a Father's Day card. So I'm going to make it Today is All About You. So I'm going to just rub some of the residue off so it's not as difficult. We're going to pop that down into here. It's the perfect spot for it. I'm going to make sure it's straight. Now, I know you guys have seen me do this before, but if you haven't, this is a new trick for you. If you want to make sure a greeting is straight, just take the acetate sheet off the back of your stamp set and ink up your stamp, and then stamp it to see if it looks straight on your card. It doesn't have to look great as long as it looks straight. And that does. That looks perfectly straight. So I'm going to clean that off so I don't mess up anything else. And then I'm going to ink this up. And I'm going to use a light hand because it is a nice scripty little saying, so I don't want to press too hard. And I'll just stamp it a couple of times. I think this is a really great way to add to your stamp collection, to have something that can be used for masculine, but also, I mean, if somebody sent me a card like this, I'd be all over it. But it does get us away, just for a month, away from a kit that has too many floral designs in it. And we've got other gorgeous florals by our other illustrators, so I don't want to take away from that this month. So should we add a little bird in there? Let's add a little bird. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just add the one and see how that looks first. It might be just enough. Just to fill in the sky up there. It's one of my favorite things too, is to be at the ocean, somewhere tropical, and look up in the sky during a sunset and see the birds like flying home. It's like, oh, it's getting late, guys. We gotta go home. I love to see that. That's the cutest little stamp ever, isn't it? The cutest. And you can do the same one, you know, in a different direction, whatever you want. But there are 3 different ones to choose from. I chose this little one because I wanted it to look a little bit further away. I think this one would be cute too. Let's just put this one in. But I've got to look at the index sheet to see the way it's supposed to go. Okay. This guy here. This guy's a little more in the distance. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to leave that one just like it is. Should I add it? I wish you guys were here live with me to tell me while I'm doing this. I depend on you so much. I'm not good unless you're here. This will do for now. Okay, so I'm going to add a black layer behind this. Let me see if I can not have anything on my thumb and get this off. Okay. Wouldn't it be fun to do postcards too, like this, where you can do a postcard by masking magic, using the masking magic strips all around the outside? So then you've got the 4 sides. You can use a thicker cardstock and turn that into a tropical postcard. All right. I'm going to get a black slice of cardstock here. A slice. I have pizza on the brain. And then I'm going to cut that down to fit my panel. So this could be cut with master layouts too. But I'm going to cut it here by hand. So I'm going to cut it down to 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Put those away. And then we will make sure this looks right. There we go. That's going to be a nice little border for that card. And I love that little splash of white at the top and the bottom. Now, you don't need to do that. You can certainly ink blend all the way, all over the card. But that little bit of white to me, just, it's like a nice little accent on a very clean and simple card. Okay. And then I think I will put this right onto a white card base. I don't think I need a color because there's so much gorgeous color on this card. So I'm going to go with a half sheet of white here. I'm going to score it at the 4 1/4 inch mark. That. And then I'm going to pop this on. And I'm glad that I cut this down a little bit more because I think that big, bold white frame around the outside is going to be perfect. Yes.
That there is one of my all-time favorites.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, that's going to you, honey.
Crisp.
So pretend you didn't see it when I give it to you in front of the kids.
Okay.
Pretend you didn't see it, okay?
I'll practice.
Okay, there we go. Well, there's the finished card. Oh, I love it. I love it. So we're not going to give this away tonight because I'm actually giving it to you, Tom.
Okay.
And also we can't give it away without our people live. So, but we're going to have tons of cards that we're giving away throughout the next month with this brand new kit. I am so excited about tonight's release. A huge thanks to our illustrators for joining us and showing us all of their beautiful stuff. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed the new kit and all of the new products that coordinate with it, and also by our illustrators. All right, everybody. Well, this was so much fun. All of the products are now available on our website at GinaKDesigns.com. Tom, you want to flash that up there? There we go. Go to GinaKDesigns.com, click on the shop tab, and then click on the what's new category to find all of these new things. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We hope that you enjoyed tonight's release party, and I hope you enjoyed this little ink blending that I did tonight, and that you'll give it a try when you get your kit. All right, Tom and I will be back live on Thursday for another Crafternoon Live, and then I'll be back over the weekend with another 5-minute card. Until then, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.